It's time for the A.F.C. Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Baltimore. It's the Jaguars and the Ravens on Sunday night.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
The winner gets a trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The A.F.C. title game is underway. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by the first overall pick from a couple of drafts ago, former Clemson Tiger Trevor Lawrence.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And Newton's going to keep it. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 2, and they go quarterback sneak. I know they got it, but I have to believe the head coach had said, this is 4-down territory for us. We're going to try and pick it up no matter what.
I'm thinking the same thing because, sneak, you only think inches, a foot, maybe 2 full yards. That's tough to get done.
Yeah, normally 3rd and 2, that's quarterback draw, not quarterback sneak.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
And while it's highly unusual for NFL teams to think about using their quarterback on key 3rd down runs, none of those teams, save one, has Cam Newton. He's unique, one of the biggest quarterbacks you'll ever see. Give him the ball, let him pick it up.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. Marlon Humphrey on the defensive side making that look easy from his corner position.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. On 3rd down, Robinson. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And Ryan Santoso on now to try the field goal. This a 43-yard attempt. Up and good for Santoso. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Jackson. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he is going to lose yardage here. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. Touchdown! Deshaun Jackson, 85 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Robinson up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Jackson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
They'll run with Robinson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have regained the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Newton takes it himself, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Jags have yet again retaken the lead.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays. Don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of the tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. Slant route caught by Bateman. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. This is fielded at the 27. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. A.F.C. title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play.
Let's go now. Let's go. What's the deal, y'all? Let's go, fellas.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. On the counter, this is Robinson. He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Robinson again on second down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. He tried to do it himself, but couldn't find his way to the marker. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half, and now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Newton. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Newton.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. A final shot before the break. Newton. So we come upon halftime in the A.F.C. title game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy. and represent the A.F.C. in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the NFC Championship game held earlier today. And this is going to be a hot ticket. It's the Dallas Cowboys, America's team, heading back to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this AFC Championship game. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And you'll see they've continued to run the ball well. It's been a staple of theirs all year as they look to move forward in these playoffs. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before the second half. Which one will lift the Lamar Hunt Trophy? To find out, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Newton now to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's Robinson again on second down.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the toss, here's Robinson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
You got to give him the football again here. He gets the big run down to the 2. Pay it off.
I like it. I like the call, but here's always the question. How many times do we see the big runs and a guy pats his helmet and says, take me out? Why would you go out when you've got a chance to get it again and score?
And Newton's going to keep it. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Cam Newton. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6.
Extra point try now for Santoso.
It's good to make it 17-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Cam able to take it himself in for the score.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jackson now.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this A.F.C. championship. It's a 1st down. Jackson options out left. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help.
Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Robinson again on second down.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Let's do this, man. It's one play at a time, baby. You know what we need, baby. Once again, we got to get it. Let's go, fellas.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Draw play, ETN.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Handoff now to Robinson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
James Robinson.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Santoso now for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
Jackson on 1st down.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's Jackson to throw. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. Now it's Jackson.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Dancing to his left. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Here's Jackson. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Newton takes it himself.
And boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And some room to roam now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And as they take that knee, you can hear a pin drop in this stadium right now, Parker.
I'd say you can hear a pin drop except for one thing. You're hearing a lot of people on cell phones right now calling and saying, cancel my reservation, because this crowd thought they were going to the Super Bowl. They had trips planned, hotels, reservations, the whole deal. That's all wiped out now.
Well, the Lombardi Trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good to hold.
Oh, it's got to feel great for them. And remember, Lamar Hunt helped create the American Football League, which became, of course, in most part, the American Football Conference. And he's the one who gave us the name Super Bowl.